What it do, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. While you in here, hit that like, comment, subscribe, notification bell so you can be notified every time Hertakes uploads a new video. All right, let's jump into it. Biggest trade in a long time. Most shocking, probably. Like, nobody saw this coming. I didn't. I never would have thought that AD and Bron would break up. I just feel like Bron will be gone after next season. I believe next season will be his last season, you know. Possibly the year after that, but somewhere up in there. And I just thought that, you know, he always said he would hand the keys over to AD. And I still honestly don't think he had anything to do with this trade. I believe what the reports are saying, that this was solely driven by Dallas, coupled with the fact that maybe the Lakers got to thinking Bron is on his tail end. We need somebody younger. AD's always hurt, and he doesn't want to play the 5. The irony of it, though, for AD is that Dallas put out a report that he gonna be playing the 5. That they wanted a good, strong 5. So he probably still have not avoided that. Now, when Lively comes back, maybe they'll let AD roll to the 4, or will they have Lively backing him up? Who knows? I don't think this had anything to do with Bron. Now, you know, they got the same agent, Rich Paul, you know, and Bron's connection. Did Bron know before we knew? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think for 1 minute that Bron found out through the media. I believe he got a phone call, either from Pelinka, Jenny Buss, the Lakers office, or Rich Paul. Somebody called Bron beforehand. But I don't know. My concerns, you know, I don't think this fixes the Mavs. AD, Kyrie. I just feel like they're going to need... Well, they got Klay Thompson. I don't know, you know. Because when you think about switching Luka for AD and what this Mavs team did last season to make it to the finals, a lot of that had to do with Luka. Let's not get that twisted. And AD just haven't shown me that he's got that motor in him to lead a team to that level. And that's just my opinion. We'll see, though. We're going to see how this pass. But I really don't want to spend too much time on the Mavs because I am more of a Lakers fan. Hawks #1 and then the Lakers. What do I feel about the Lakers in this whole trade is I feel that I just think they're going to need some more help. I think they're going to need some stronger 3-and-D players. Now, Austin Reeves, he's a defensive liability. Is he a true shooting guard? Could he roll to the 2? Maybe, possibly. But I just think it'll be more wise for the Lakers to move some more pieces, pick something to get some taller, longer 3-and-D players. Because you around Luka and Bron, you're going to need some shooters. Is Bron going to call himself turning into a shooter? I don't think so. You're going to need some shooters around those two because they are so ball dominant. They definitely create their own shot, you know, get to the lane and kick the ball out. So I feel like, you know, get some 3-and-D. And they definitely going to need some defense because you lost AD. So you're going to need some more defense. And Luka, his defense is not there. He doesn't play defense. The other concern is the reason why, allegedly, why they traded Luka, Dallas traded Luka, is his conditioning, him taking care of his body, his injuries. Hopefully, you know, like I heard Stephen A. Smith say on his take, this is a wake-up call for Luka. So hopefully he will take that seriously and he will listen to the best NBA conditioned player ever, the GOAT James. That he would listen to GOAT James, take his advice on how he takes care of his body, and hey, it could get really, really ugly out there for some other teams and scary if he takes heed, takes care of his body. because he doesn't have much room. He ain't got. Yeah, he just gonna take a little discipline. And I feel like if he takes heed and listens to Bron, he gonna be all right. Now, looking at this depth chart for the Lakers, so they got, we know Luka will be running the point. Connect will come off the bench behind Austin Reeves if they don't make any changes. I don't really like Bron at the 4. I think Bron should be at the 3. Rui. And some picks or something to get a better 3-and-D player to play the 3 or the 4 with Bron. No, put Austin in a package, Rui in a package maybe. What is Gabe Vincent doing? Give up some of these pieces. We know Bronny ain't going nowhere. We got to keep him developed. Get this kid time to develop. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, move some pieces around. Defense, I would be more defensive minded, and can they be a corner boy? 3-and-D. That's really all they need right there. Looking at the money, the Lakers came off a lot of money. Now it works out with Luka. They're going to end up having to pay that man in the end, when it's time for him to re-sign. This year will be a wash because they're pretty much making the same. But the next 2 seasons, Lakers are saving. They're saving pretty big. So I say they should be able to get a really, really, if not this season, during the offseason, they should be able to get a pretty decent 3-and-D or a couple of 3-and-D players. That's just my opinion. So money-wise, Lakers win. Longevity-wise, Lakers win. I'm baffled. I really, really am. That's something with Luka. There's got to be somebody that can get in his head for him to do the right things conditionally. And I hate that Dallas wasn't able to make that happen. I really, really do. I hate that for Dallas and Dallas fans. I do. Because it's just something mental, I think. And then maybe he needed to make some changes within his organization, his circle of people, because that's just it's sad. I hate that. But I don't know, to me, right now I'm gonna say the Lakers won this trade for sure because of longevity. And with Luka being Luka, who he is, Luka Magic. But all in all, it was not LeBron's fault. Stop saying it was his fault, because at the end of the day, he's not the one signing the ink on the paper. Just because, LeBron may suggest something, even if he did, what does that say for the organization? So I say ultimately it's the organization's fault. You can't blame an employee for something that, the higher ups decide to do. Just because the employee gave the suggestion doesn't mean they got to listen to that employee, right? So same thing with these NBA players. I just hate it when people say things are LeBron's fault. He did this. Now maybe when he first got to the Lakers and now all that young talent got traded away, that's what I didn't agree with. I felt like Bron should have. Look how long he's been there and got only 1 ring out of it. I felt like if he had stayed there with that young group, and that's right there, that young core that he had, that's who he should have kept. Trading all them young boys away back then, that was one of the mistakes that I think he made. But this right here, stop the yap, shut up. This was not his fault. This wasn't his fault. That's just my humble opinion. But anyway, that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, stay safe. On to the next one. Peace.